I'm so glad that, yeah, this is like a big opportunity to, I think, all of us, but especially for me, to improve my English. Yeah. So I'm Marquita Tameno. Yeah. So in the middle, like Quita, Marfuita. But yeah, my parents just make it short as Tita. So like you can just call me Tita. And I'm from Kupang. I don't know, maybe some of you guys from Kupang. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I hope that, yeah, we learn from each other. Thank you, Miss Nia.
Okay, thank you, Miss Tita. So maybe I will check first. Is Miss Nana here? Miss Nana, maybe you can unmute your microphone to make sure that you are in this room. Hello,
Hello,
Miss
Miss
Nana.
Delia and Miss Tita.
Okay, glad to see you. So usually participant will come in late, so don't be sad. They will come soon, maybe later. And while waiting for other participant, how about we just like begin our discussion because tonight topic is really interesting to be discussed. So I will give time to Miss Tita. Time is yours, Miss.
You. Okay, so uh, I will share my screen first. Which one? Yes. Oh, right. Okay. Hmm, is it? I don't know. Does it work? Very good. Need to check first. Sorry. Ah, yeah. First. Okie sorry for waiting.
No
Okay,
worries.
all right, here we go. As it looks good in there.
It's clear now.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. So tonight, yeah, uh, we're gonna talk about something that it's a little bit sensitive. Yeah, for me, it's like a little bit sensitive, but it's like related to me. Yeah, I don't know, like to all of you guys, but to me, is like, wow. Yeah, when Miss Nia asked, like, Miss Tita, what you gonna talking about? I was like, I don't know actually, but if you have any recommendation, you can just pop it up. And yeah, Miss Nia just like give me this on my DM on Instagram, and when I read it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, yeah. So before we go, yeah, I think like we saw the picture in there is like love and everybody's around, yeah. So our life, yeah, is full of something that we call love, something that related to all of us. Like our society, as all of around us, is like love, yeah. And I like to talk about this because women, we being a human, yeah, we cannot live without a relationship, yeah. But like in this modern area era, like we need to learn more about awareness because a lot of bad things happen. And yeah, some of us vision is like, I want to change the world. Wow, that's a big one, when you have a dream like, I want to change the world, that's a big one. So like as a teacher, yeah, this happens all the times in all of the teachers' mind. I don't know, some of you may be a teacher, so you just come to your school, the office, and at home you just think that I will change something today with my students. I don't know your vision or your mission. You want to change the student, or you want to change them in their future, or you want to change how you teach, you want to improve. But awareness to drive change, it's happened to all of us wherever you're working, right? All right. So let's move to this beautiful picture. I just like found it there. And I think like, wow, this is this is so awesome. Look, guys, I'm so jealous of this picture because especially me, I've never had a family picture. Yeah. You guys might be like, ah, really, you lying. No, I'm not lying, guys. Because I never had a family picture. So when I saw this, like everyone's smiling. Yeah. Everyone's happy in there. But that's okay. You don't have a family picture, that's fine. You can just see this. So when you hear the word about home, yeah, home, what you guys feel? For me, I will expect safety. I will expect comfort or protection. Yes, I will. Yeah, I will. But like, when we hear about, um, yeah, when we hear about, sorry, my camera is off. Okay, wait a second. Wait a moment. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. All right. So when you hear about a home, yeah, when you hear the word about home, I think that the words that describe, yeah, the word that describe is like safe, loving, protective, comfortable. Yeah, everyone feels safe in their home. Everyone's feel loving everywhere. Yeah. And everyone's like protect each other. And everyone also like, yeah, comfortable. Like they being the way they are. Like home is so beautiful. Who don't want to be at home, right? Everyone want to be at their home that's safe, loving, protective, comfortable. But these four, it's I think more than four, right? At home, right? You can feel a lot of things happen at home, a lot of kind of like laughing, caring, anything. But like, is it safe for everyone? Is it like safe, the safest place at the earth for everyone? Yeah, let's check this out. So, all right. I I found this when Miss Nia sent it to me. I just looked at all of these numbers. Like number one is like the sobering statistic. It said that 23.3 million women have an experience of violence. You guys look, it's so bad. Yeah, I don't know, maybe of one of our parents, maybe of one of our aunties, our uncles, our friends, we don't know, our cousins had this, wow, sad experience. And only 11.3% report these bad things. Yeah. And when I read this, I start to like, mirroring myself. Guys, it was like, that's my mom. Guys, yes, that's my mom in this number. That's so sad. But I think my mom didn't report it. Mm, speechless, guys. All right. The number two is like discrepancy in reporting. Guys, that the government's working, yeah. Like in bahasas like polisi mengayomi, something like that. Yeah, but they only accept 27,000 cases. But the independent commission handles more than them. When I read this, I'm just like laughing. What did you guys government doing? You guys, I think you guys doing nothing. But let's check the fact about the fact about the education and income. Yeah. Some of the narratives say that when the woman had an education, PhD, master degree, something like that, and she had an income safety. Oh, she was like, mm, yeah, I don't know how to say it in English, but it looks like, yeah, she will not have an experience as a violence. Yeah, she will not have all of this experience. Yeah. So let's check all of what these facts want to share to us. So behind all of this number, behind all of the statistics that remind that it's unseen. Yeah, it's unseen. Even when I just saw this number, I just said like, my mom didn't report one of these like, I don't know, 23.3 million, something like that. But this is shape the structural, yeah, of our country. I don't know, maybe in some of the Asias happen, but like in Indonesia, it's happened a lot. And yeah, and yeah, sorry. And this violence, yeah, impacts all of the things around us. Yeah, all of the things. Like it's happened just like 2%, like beyond one individuals, but it influenced children, relationship, and all of the entire community. So if we truly seek or save a relationship in the future, we must do against like, oh, if the education woman and then say he had a like she had a like financial independent, like we need to against this because it's happened to all of the women in this whole planet, I think, or like especially in Indonesia. So let's check this. If it's impact to women, what will happen? What will happen, guys? Women cause like in bahasa Indonesia is like baper, like you too emotional, like you show your emotions like too much. And but women felt all of this stuff, these three things. I think more than three, but I just want to share like three of them. Yeah, three of them. The first one is a trauma. I think all of us have a trauma. Yeah, it's like pain, distress. And if you feel trauma, you automatically feel anxiety. You live in the fear and you constant worry all the time. Yeah. So if you feel this second point previous, you will lose your self-worth. Even you will feel like I'm not worth it enough for myself. Even for yourself, you will not feel worth it. So if all of this happen to women, yeah, some of us is women here, guys. I don't know if you ever through this or you guys still fighting for these three or more than that. You guys are really strong, you know, because our society just call us you used to baper, you use too much emotional, something like that. So it's impact to women in relationship. Uh, I will tell that relationship is a lot. Yeah. Like when you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, or wife and husband, or even you have a siblings or cousin. So it's too risk for you guys. All right. If it's impact woman, what will happen? Some of us have a
Okay,
sorry.
so
Yeah.
yeah, sorry to interrupt. So before Miss Tita already give us some data about the abusive
Yeah.
that happens in women. So maybe in these first questions we can hear from the participants to answer
Yeah.
the question, Miss. How about it?
Sure. I already have the
Yeah.
question in here.
Yes. Thank you.
You're
You can
welcome.
call the name of the participant that you want to hear the opinion, or maybe the participant also can raise their hand to answer the questions. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. I think I saw Miss Sophie here. Hello. Are you able to speak?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I hear you clear. All right, so I would kindly to ask you about this question, about your opinion. Maybe you have some opinions like why my educated woman, like we are educated women, of course, but stay in abuse relationship. Thank you.
I see. Sorry, I just joined. I might not answer this properly.
Yeah, sure.
But I think, I mean, when it comes to relationship, it's not only about intelligence, right? It involves emotional, which is it
Yeah,
connect with our neuro system. Sorry, nervous
yeah,
system, and sometimes it's just like inevitable when we
yeah,
already mentally attach with anyone, and uh, to get detached, it's not as simple as, oh, like logically this is the right thing to do, and then you leave, or this is how you're supposed to behave. That's not how it works,
yeah,
because the chemistry in your body, it's just like
mm,
forcing you to do some specific things, even though your brain say that's the opposite. So some cases you
yeah,
can actually um, avoid it. Like that's how your
mm,
body react. It's just like biologically. So I think even like the most intelligent person or woman
mm,
can
yeah,
still feel hard to get out from the relationship because of this reasons.
yeah.
I
Wow.
think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm so I'm so speechless about this answer actually because it's happened to my cousin, and I'm still confusing to find the answer, like why my cousin cannot go out from this kind of relationship. But like, thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Miss Sophie. I think, yeah, for this statement, for this kind of like encourage opinion that you just give it to all of us. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to find this answer, but today, wow, I'm the lucky one. So yeah,
Sure, miss.
yes, thank you so much. So sometimes it's like the biological, your body just like can control it, can control it, something like that. And and yeah, I'm just confusing because my cousin, yeah, she's like so smart. She's a math teacher. She's manage everything well, but like she's still in this relationship. But yeah, thank you so much, Miss Sophie. Anyone else? Maybe anyone want to raise your hand, guys, to give some opinions about this? All right, Miss Dia, please.
Okay, for some of my friends' experience and me also,
No.
uh, the reason why usually educated women stay in a abusive relationship,
Yeah.
the first one, the first one maybe that is something that familiar to them
Mm,
because of the emotional attachment, or maybe this is the love that they know from their home. So
mm,
that thing is familiar. So they think the right love is like that. It's like this, like you have to sacrifice, you have to accept, and you have to always forgive. And
yeah.
also, some of the women thinks that their partner can change, which actually not.
Mm,
They still, how to say, like stay in a hope and empathy that I believe my partner can change. I believe
Yeah.
it, and you try harder. And the sadness thing is, some of the people who do the who's abuser, they can do psychological manipulations, such as like gaslighting. So when they're acting like they abuse you, but they can make the, how does that, like the manipulation that make you how to say, blame you, doubt yourself. So they do something like, yeah, I do this because you blah 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 blah. So you start to believe that, oh, I they he did this because I do this, so this is my fault.
Yeah.
That happens oftenly because if we're talking about relationship, it's kind of complicated. If you're educated, but if you're talking about feelings, it's something different, and it's really hard to be like explained to be solved
Yeah.
easily. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome, Miss Mia. Yeah. So, have you ever heard about the book, the novel that I don't know, one of the artists just write it last month or like this early year? Who is the artist
I
again? The Broken
Oh
String.
yeah, Broken
Yeah.
String. I
Yeah.
haven't read the book, but I hear about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like when the abuser like do that to you, they did to you, you will feel like you're blaming yourself. Like I'm not good enough. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, relationship is like difficult, guys. For women. I don't know for men, but like for women, I don't know. Like sometimes I just keep asking myself, like, am I too much like I'm too emotional for this, or like I don't know. But like this happened. So I think yeah, that's really I appreciate all of the opinions that you give, guys. Maybe we can move to another slide. Yes, Miss Nia? All right. So we're gonna move here. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. We're gonna move here. So in this slide, I really love to uh invite all of us to put ourselves as like 7 years old boy or like 10 years old girl or like 5 years old because yeah before at the first slide that we saw like violence happen sometimes in like household, sometimes like family, and today I want to like inviting you guys to put ourselves as a children here. Yeah, so as a children, yeah, all of us are innocent. We believe that the children are innocent and they are silent witness. So um okay. So if the violence happen to the household, yeah, first will the boys and the girls at the house will observe in silence. So children are great observe. We are great observe when we 10 years old, when we 7 years old, even like within age, we observe everything in silence and we keep it mind, we keep it in our mind. Yeah, like it's happened to the boys. Now to the boys, we move to the boys that the boys when they look at their parents, yeah, one of their parents, maybe mom or dad, yeah, and they show their emotion, they show their emotion, they will normalize it because it's happened. Someone like, oh, my dad and my mom just argue, and after that, yeah, they can talk together and they sit and they communicate everything. But before that, it's happened like ah yeah, they so argue and even they might fighting to each other. Yeah. So boys normalize this kind of aggressive emotion. Okay, we move to the girl. I am a 7 years old girl. Yeah. If I saw that when my mom forgive my dad after he abused, after he do violence or something. And my mom just like, oh, it's okay. It happens sometimes. And then we will come back together. We will talk. So yeah, it's okay. So as a girl, I will take it as, and I will normalize. I will tolerance that kind of action that my dad treat my mom, or the opposite, like my mom treat my dad like that. So these two options, these two points, yeah, is like creating a difficulty regulating of emotion. Yeah. So when you grow up and you cannot, yeah, you cannot regulate your emotion. Yeah. So you normalize aggressive. And when you saw that all the time, you normalize, you tolerance that. So in the future, when you have like friend or boyfriend or husband, you can say like, oh, it's happened. I don't mind. It will like, oh, it will gone. But like it's happened every day. Imagine that. So it will create a difficult of regulation emotion. All right. So as a 10 and 7 years old children's here, yeah, I want to hear your opinion, guys. Maybe if some of you as a teacher, you can put yourself as your student right now. And you can pretend to be your student right now. So if a child grows up in the violent household, how might that shape their future relationship? Is it possible to, oh yeah, I saw my parents like this, so in the future maybe, yeah, I don't mind if my partner do this to me, I don't mind. So you as a 10 years old, boys and girls, guys, can violence be learned or can it be unlearned? Like, forget it. We cannot learn violence. No, it's bad. But like, oh, I can learn. I can choose my partner wisely. Something like that. So I think I'm gonna hear from the boys' side. Yeah, who is 10 years old boys here? Please raise your hand. Mr. Andy, are you 10 years old boy? You can raise your hand, please. Or,
Uh, sis Miss Andy.
oh,
Can
this is Andy. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. Maybe who is the boys here?
yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's AK or the host is
Yes.
able to
Oh,
answer.
the host, please.
I think the house is not in the place because of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
video. There's no people there.
yeah. Oh,
Oh, he's come back. Good.
all right. Hi, host.
Well,
So
hello, hello,
now,
hello.
yeah, now the question is you are a 10 years old boy.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, now you pretend as a 10 years old boy. So if you saw violence around you, yeah, can violence be learned or like can violence be unlearned? But you have to answer
Exactly,
it.
exactly. I'm going to copy the style, and then exactly I
Ah,
will pastate it into somebody else
oh
as a child,
man.
yeah, as a 10 years
Yeah.
child, because I couldn't still rationalize my action because I couldn't exercise my rationality. With that in
Mm,
mind, I think it would be the unwise me taking the actions
yes.
in experimenting and also applying how I was treated to the way I treat others. Exactly like when I found some students, I used to teach in senior high school students. Like I found some of the students like um, prone to act so rash, so crazy, and harsh, doing more physical abuses or something else to the peers. So I can say
Yes.
it's actually reflections of how they are treated in the house or how they are accepting something that is been done by the parents. They copy. I will of course copy that unless that's not the only thing that become the data source. Means, for example, if it's the father who tend to do that way to me or to the mom, but mom will be the opposite. So it can be balanced. So I can learn how to be patient, how to be more embracing, how to be more respectful from the way how I see a mom that is being abused or being the victim. But if both of them are having like uh, similar way of treatment toward others, of course it will be harder for me to not act violence. And the moment we grow up, I think we accumulate more input, especially um, uh, Gen Z today has been absorbing significantly many informations from social media. Hence,
Mm,
I can say that they are adulting faster. The maturity
mm,
level is uh, is leveling up way faster, way more vigilant compared to um, millennials or even boomers because they have the accessibility toward the information sources where they can know exactly how it is, how the violence is not right. So I think it can be unlearned, but of course it will be faster if they have the habitats, if they have the environments that support him to do so, if
mm,
they have other entities like um, outside the house, it's like the school, the
yeah,
teachers, the students or peers, or some friends in the neighborhood that they can share how to become passionate, how to become good friends.
yeah.
I think they that's the narrative how to balance the discrepancy that you mentioned before. I think that's from me, Miss Marquita. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Horst. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, like, as a teacher, you guys heard about it. As a teacher, you will meet a lot of like children at school. Like, yeah, like you say before, Mr. Host. And it's our job, guys. If you are a teacher right now, yeah, the children shape when they are really small. Even they are like 4 year old, they have the reference from their parents, of course, yes. Yeah, where did they get it? Yeah, they will get it from their parents. But if they spend like more 8 hours at school, and after like school they go to the daycare, like you as a teacher that there you guide them to do like the right things, and you will shape them, guys. You the only one will change them. Yeah, so that's your vision or your mission in the morning when you go to work, when you before you meet them. Yeah, you know that you will do that. All right, any other want to give up some, maybe Miss Dia?
I actually can agree with Mr. Sunshine. So, yeah, as a child, I believe that we learned about it because our first, how to say, like, we learn first time from what we see at home, right?
Yeah,
So, as a girl, as you said before, when we grow in a violence home, so we tend to, how to say, like, forgive, tolerate the abuser things. And if we want to unlearn about it, it's really not instant, and maybe can be uncomfortable for us because we have to, how to say, we have to face the painful things that we have inside
yeah,
our heart, like especially in a childhood era, like
yeah,
in this adult age, I hear a lot of adult people talking about like childhood trauma, talking
yeah,
about like the, how to say, like mental health illness that they have, it caused from the childhood trauma. A lot of things happen start from children era. So sadly, not all the children, how to say, like, um, get in a good environments. Not
Yeah.
all of the children lucky, so they can unlearn it uh, lebih cepat ya. So
Yeah.
it make me sad because of uh, maybe maybe they will how to say they will realize that this is unhealthy things that they have at home
Yeah.
in adult age,
Yeah.
and maybe some of them how to say like they never get the environment that tell them this is unhealthy, that you have to unlearn this. Yeah, maybe the saddest thing is in
Yeah.
that, because not all of the people are lucky like us to get the
Yeah.
education like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Miss, for reminding me. Yeah. I'm 26 this year, but I'm still trying to heal myself from like 20 years ago, childhood things. And it's really hard for me. And it makes me like I had a trauma. Sometimes I put more expectation on my partner, like, why? Why? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like it's affect to your life right now when you're like, yeah, it's happened to your childhood like that. So I think, yeah, it's it's heal needs time, right? So as a child, we grow up with a lot of stuff like that. What, but when even we grow up, yeah, we still need to heal ourselves from the things that we need. We don't even do it. Like our parents do it, maybe our siblings or someone else that we don't know out there do it. But like when we are grow up, we still need to heal ourselves. All right. Now let's move to the impact. Yeah, the impact on a household. All right. So in like in Indonesia, it's happened a lot. Like when I saw this, like it shapes all of the future citizens. And it's not just a private. Sometimes you just like, oh, we can go and reach someone's their house and talk to like what happened. We cannot. But like it shapes the future citizens. So when the violence happens, it's impact all of the household, even like we both side, yeah, your mom side or your dad side, it's impact all of them. So it create loss of trust. Yeah, you will feel like broken safety and like relationship security. You will feel like, oh, there's no love in here, like you feel like emotional disconnection, something like that. So it's like this second, like this one and two, yeah, points is like create the financial instability, something like that. So in the household, the financial is so important. Yeah, as yeah, I got it from like my childhood trauma. Like, yeah, we live in like, I don't want to say this, but like I have to. Like, you're very poor at that moment. It's because of like these two of the previous point before, like loss of trust and emotion disconnection. So, uh, I want to say hello. I think this is my friend Nairul Rahmi. Hello.
Hello, me.
Welcome.
Thank
Hi.
you.
Yeah. So this, the violent household is not just a private, yeah, but it save our future citizens. So what you guys think about, can a relationship survive without emotional safety? I want maybe Miss Sophie, may you give your opinion about this? So can like, oh, I can survive without emotional safety. I'm smart. I can handle it. One of my cousins just said, if you can handle it, you take it. Yeah. So I believe in that actually. So how about you, Miss Sophie? Time is yours.
Yeah, I tried to understand the question. Can
Yeah.
a relationship survive without emotional safety? I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Like,
Yeah.
obviously not.
Yes.
But can you please elaborate? what do you mean by the questions, because I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. So, because in Indonesia, it's happened. It's
Mm.
happened. Why I put this? Because my parents, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my parents married before their mature age.
Mm-hmm.
They survived for like 20, 20 years, something about that. Yeah. But they
Okay.
know that their emotional is not safety. And in my kampung halaman, yeah,
Hometown, yeah.
a lot of like um households in their family in there. And like one village, it's like more than 20. Yeah,
Mm.
they live together. Then they have like more than four children's, and they can survive more than like 20 around something. But after that, they can like they just like separate without divorce. Just like they just
Mm-hmm.
gone. They just like ghosting each other, even they have a children's. So like I think it's yeah a little bit like related to me at my like at my village. So I'm glad to like share this, Miss. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Miss, for
Yeah,
elaborating it. I think it's getting easier to understand now.
yeah,
So you measure the survive by how long the relationship lasts.
yeah,
That's because in my understanding was like surviving, like how's the spark still how maintaining the sparks between these
yeah,
two, because I'm pretty sure there's no more excitement and love caring when it comes to uh, a relationship without safety. But when you're talking about then the longer the relationship is, I could totally understand, because especially when um, the people who grew up in a very small rural area. I was also, by the way, I was
yeah,
grew up in a small town in Borneo, and everybody know everybody. So basically, they're just marrying each other because pretty much they never leave their bubble. So they spend their whole life there, and they falling in love with the people that they met um, in that area. Yeah, and it's hard for them to get out from the relationship when something's wrong happen, because
yeah,
the relationship with this kind of community is like not only between two people, like uh, husband and wife, or boyfriend or girlfriend, but it's like the whole village. It's gonna affect it, like, oh, what is my neighbor gonna say if so. There's so many assumption that becoming fear every time people maybe consider it to leave their relationship, even though there's no more sparks or love or caring there, uh, because of the social constructions. Because yeah, because we thought since the beginning that if you married someone, it should be last forever, right? If you choose one person, it should be like the only person that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. So it's pretty understandable when our parents or our parents' generation did this. But when you ask me, like, what can relationship like in my
survive.
personal preference? Yeah, I believe that I think also in today's generation, um, we don't really care about happily ever after, because feelings are fluctuative. I know it sounds very scary, but that's the truth. Like we we feel like loving one person so much for some certain period of time, and then we're getting bored of them, and then we hate them. So it's fluctuative, and it's nobody's fault. It's sometimes it's because we are grow separately. So we have
Yeah,
our own dream that completely going to separate directions or even opposite directions, and that makes
yeah,
us incompatible, and that makes us need to separate as a couple. And yeah, we don't have to do the happily ever after or forever anymore. And that sounds scary, but that's actually safer than just um, uh, staying in a relationship that no longer serve you happiness, because we only have one life, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think, sorry miss if it's too long. I think
No,
that's
no. It's really fine. Thank you, Miss Sophie.
of course.
So, yeah, thank you so much for saying that. So, guys, yeah, today I can against everyone in my kampung halaman if they say something like, yeah, you have to, if you divorce, that's like disgrace. You cannot do that. I can do it now. Thank you so much, Miss Sophie. That that's really awesome when you say that. Like you're so you're kind of like brave if you say that, like if I am able to say that to one of my family there, like, oh, if you don't have spark, you don't need to force yourself to stay in the relationship, which you don't need to like survive in a like the emotional safety, like you're not safe anymore. You can walk out. You don't need to like happy ever after. No, you don't need to. But like they was like, huh? Oh, the religion tell us to like blah 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 blah. But you're so brave, miss. I hope like one of the people at my kampung halaman join this so they can hear you. Thank you so much, miss. Thank you so much. All right. Now we move here. I think uh this seem like same as like the before, because like community and like household, they are related to each other. Yeah. They are related to each other. Because before it said that a violent house is not just a private, and in the community role is like it's also talk about silence, yeah, silence and complicity, because abuse and dismissed as a private, they say that yeah, it's private matter. You can go to someone's house and you tell that, can I help you, I heard this morning you guys are argue and something happened. So but no, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do that because it's private matter. It's someone's business. You can just go and like ask them. All right. The second one is like blaming a victim for violence. Like, oh, yeah, you do that like before, like Miss Ania said that violence happened, and then after that they were blaming each other. Like, ah, even the victim will feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, like I do this, and then they start to blaming themselves. But like the community also, yeah, the community also will blame you, yeah, because like, oh, because you do this and then he do that. So like the community also put you sometimes is like you can even know what the right decision that you will take. And if it's happened, these two options happen, these 2 points happens, it will create a divorce stigma. Yeah. So like I don't know, some of us came with this strict religion. Yeah. Strict religion that if even in my religion, I'm a Christian. Yeah. My parents also told me like you can divorce, you cannot divorce because it's something like holy. Yeah, you cannot. But like at the reality, like it happened, guys. This is the how the community treat us. So we move to the other question here. All right, maybe Miss Nia will try to read us the question, please. And yes, please.
Okay, so when communities stay silent, power remains with the perpetrator. Is staying neutral the same as supporting the victim? Mm, I see. So it means like if I'm not mistaken, understanding this question, so it means
Yeah.
like when the people like just keep silent or Being
Yeah.
neutral, is it mean that they support the victim? Is it like that?
Yeah. Yes. So, I want to like explain a little bit about this. Uh, one time when I was just like a child, yeah, my mom ran to her brother house, yeah, and in there she just like crying. She told me this story. So it's just like she's crying a lot, and tell to my uncle that, oh, I have something happen at home so bad, and look at my body, something like that. But at the time, my uncle just like asked my mom to like, oh, you marry him. I don't care. Just walk. Just go away. But at the time, like my mom's body is like full of like bad things, guys. So my mom walked away and it's happened like more than uh yes, Miss Sophie, please.
No, Miss, please keep going.
Oh
I
yeah.
just want to talk after.
All right. So, yes. So uh and after that, my mom never go to my uncle or like her parents. She never go back. So like it's happened a long, long time. But my mom never go back to her family to tell them about this. So the things that I want to say, I don't know, like it's the question like you guys want to answer, but like I just want to share in this section that is like staying neutral is same as support the victim. No, it's not. You have to help the victim. You have to talk about something. But I didn't see any in my life. And I don't know, like I don't know where can I find it because my reference is like just only my kampung halaman, and I don't know if any of the victim got help from their family, something like that, or are you guys like have you experienced it before, or like someone's on in your family experienced this before? Because for me is relatable to my life. So please, guys, I really need your opinion. Thank you so much, Miss Sophie, maybe, and after that, Miss Nia. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the opportunity. I can see that first of all, I just want to say that I'm so sorry for what happened to your parents and you in your hometown, because I can see that the topic is relate to you and
Yeah,
maybe also most of us. And it's very a shame because like there's only five of us in this room. I think this is a very important topic to discuss in a bigger scale and yeah, digging it deeper perspective.
yeah,
Thank you so much, Miss, for bringing this topic. I really like it that you're voicing it out. I think it's like one step forward to to get out from the toxic environment that you mentioned in your hometown. To me, staying neutral. There's no neutral when it comes to like toxic or relationship or environment. Um, whether you are the person who are involved in the relationship or you are the witness, which is the family member, yeah, or the outsider. I think there's no neutral. At least that's my personal opinion. I don't believe in the neutral because um I know like in our culture we're not get used to getting involved, like ikut campur. It seems like we just like um overreacted if we do that. But if we look at closer, some victim in the toxic relationship, they not all of them are um screaming when they're helping when they ask for help. Not all of them having the bravery to speaking out, so we are as a witness or at least someone close, we can lend our voice to speak about it or to take some action about it. Of course, like there's always boundaries. For example, when someone approaches us that, hi, I'm in an abusive relationship, and we immediately go to the police because we know that's the right thing. That's also like crossing the boundaries because we have to ask the victim, like whether they want to police involve in this case. So that's pretty much our line. But being there for them, being present, and try to as much as we could to protect them from the perpetrator. I think that's the best thing that we can do. And it's when we just go silent, I think we automatically or indirectly we are helping the abusive power to even getting bigger. Yeah. So I hope like all of us, every time we heard about something, we're not just stay silent. Whatever it is, I hope that we do something, that the very little one, the very little action that we could, and instead of just silent. I think that's from me, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sophie. Now from Miss Nia, please.
Um, Maybe it's quite different opinion because
Yeah.
it really happens in my environment. Um, Before I actually also like faced the violence in my family when I was in elementary school, if I'm not mistaken. So like, yeah, the things happened, and when I, as an adult now, there's some accident happens in my boarding house, and it's oftenly happens like the maybe they are not married or maybe just like a boyfriend and girlfriends, and then like they, how to say, like fighting, and then the girl screaming, and then I hear something like the mirror broken, and maybe the boy like hit something, and the voice is really louder. But when that thing happens, I cannot do anything because I just like, I'm also afraid to help the women. I just like looking from the window, and I just like, okay, what will happen next, and what should I do? I just like confused. What should I do? I, in other hand, I want to help, but in another hand, I also like afraid to help. And when it oftenly happens, I'm just like, okay, I believe that there's somebody else will help the girls. And I don't know why it happens with my perspective like that. Maybe because of the past experience happens, so I have like a, and when after Miss Sophie and Miss Tita bring this topic, maybe the reason why people keep silent is because they also don't know what to, they also like have they also afraid and not that brave to like fighting with the abuser. Maybe that's one of the reason also. Maybe it's, yeah, it depends to the power about the community.
All right. Yeah. Uh, yeah, thank you so much, Miss Sophie and Miss Tia. Yeah. Yeah, same happened to my next door here, my neighbor next door. And thank to my ibu kos, yeah, the owner of this house. Just like go and knock the door and ask them like, don't do that here. Yeah. And after that, just like moving. I'm glad to my ibu kos. I don't know, like, is it solution or like, I don't know. They just like, they got kicked out from this place. So, but like, ibu kos also like remind them more than like 2 times, more than like 5 times. Yeah. And ask them like, what can I do for you guys? Something like that. But yeah, I don't know what happened with them, but like, yeah, they got kicked out because it's happened like a lot. And it's like really annoying us here. But yeah, thank you for ibu pause actually. But I don't know, is it solution or I don't know. It's like shortcut. Go there. So like the safe can be the place can be safe for everyone here. All right. Thank you so much. Now we move to another slide here. Yeah. Now we are going to talk about patriarchy. Me and my partner always argue about this. So I think tonight I will not gonna talk a lot about this because like it's 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 happened to me, it's happened to my parents, but like my brother, they are they got a really good teaching by my mother. They my mom tell them like, no, you have to do this. It's not my job. So like my brother good at cooking, good at like sewing, good at like baking. My older brother, also like all of my brother, they're really good at everything at the house. So, but like yeah, at this moment I read this, I think in Indonesia it still happen, but like now it's not relevant again, I think, because like women had their place. Yeah. Now, guys, we had our place now. Yeah, we can work, also we can lead. We can lead at home, also we can lead at work, we can lead at church, we can lead at everywhere we go. We can be a leader. Even a pilot now is a girl. Yeah, we can do running. Yeah, we can do racing against men. So like it's I don't think like this slide is like related uh today now, but I just want to you guys maybe you have some other opinion about this because it still happen. Like I don't know at some of you kampung halaman still happen, but in my kampung halaman still happen. When I told my mom, yeah, my partner just cooked for me and I can bring it to school, something like that. Like, huh? You ask him? Like she's so shocked. Like, huh? She take you to the hospital? Like, is it normal, guys? It's normal, mom. I just said like that. And my mom is like, no, it's not. It's like it's like culture. It's happened to your mom's generation before your mom's generation before your grandma's generation, and it's happened to now to me. But now I can stand for myself. Like, no, it's not. Men can do cooking, guys. Men can do dishes. So don't be shocked, mom. I just tell my mom like that. So I just want to hear from Mr. Sunshine as a man tonight here. Maybe like you can share to us because I want to see it from another man out there, their point of view, because I just talk to my partner all the time about this kind of topic and I never talk to like another man about this. I'm just too afraid. I don't have the brave to talk about this. I don't want to be bullied about something. I'm not ready for that. So maybe now, Mr. Sanson, you can bully me. So please, you can go.
I'm trying. Okay. The question is what is the question again? Oh yeah, yeah, the patriarchy, right? The culture or power structure. I think I can say it's a culture. It's a culture um where it is embedded from one single awareness that men should be the one to provide. Yeah. Um, with this kinds of high level responsibility comes high level of requests for recognition. Recognition authorize the authority to rule over because one single source of the provisions. It is therefore women tend to be oppressed because they are the one in the positions of the object of this kinds of transaction. But I guess the patriarchy itself has something good, even though um, even though I mean like even though it was like not in every situation. It cannot be generalized. But I guess when the men provides, um, women can focus more on how to develop themselves so that they can nurture, cultivate good habits, provide more true educations to the children. And this is like something uh, quite challenging because at the end of the day, for example, the feminists uh, attempt to embrace that women should be the ones to provide as well, so that they can balance the narrative that there will be balance power distribution, there will be balance authority pipeline within the family. At the same time, uh, our people still working on that, where each of both of them still worked all together, and the educations given to the children is not properly uh, adjusted or done. Yeah, with that in mind, I think having both of them working or acting as the breadwinners for the family, it can only be manifested or executed well in the middle income family or above, or high income level family. When the situation is reversed, for example, in low income family, I think they will find it so hard because the existence of mother is a crucial, where if the mother does not exist, for example, for the sake of work, I think the children cannot be educated well unless their parents like working so fine, like provides and keep nurturing the right way to how to live well. Because in some stories, low income people family, so many people with incredible knowledge are coming from low income people. They know how to raise their position, even realizing how powerless they are at that one certain point of time, right? So they come back to empower or to pick up their family welfare. So I think the patriarchy is a culture, but it can still be adjusted. I mean, like it can also keep evolving with the with how people are opening their eyes on probably tweaking or twisting something related to that. So patriarchy isn't completely bad under several conditions, and it can be brought to the middle where it can empower the rights and the responsibilities of both. So so it is the most ideal situations where each of them has the right to support the family, has the right to exchange responsibility, has the right to keep nurturing the children. And of course, the process will be harder than what I tell you. And that's become the questions that we need to respond in our own way. I think that's from me, Miss Orquita. Back to you.
You still mute your microphone, Miss?
Okay, sorry. Thank you so much, Mr. Sansan, about it, because this is like my first time heard some guy from another planet like explain it to me. Like maybe if some of you guys, a man here, yeah, please unmute your mic and just like give some of us, yeah, yeah, some of us about this,
Mr.
because as
Marsan, Mr.
a, yeah,
Marsan.
oh, Mr.
Yeah.
Marshan, yes, please.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Marquita. I'd like to take a kind of the analogies regarding debating between culture and power structure for patriarchies. So it's like we use computer analogies. The power structure is the hardware. It's like the institutions, laws, and economic systems. And culture is the software. It's like belief, norms, media, and language that tell the hardware how to operate it. So uh, it's kind of the thing that's connected each others between culture and also the power structure itself. So the conclusion that I want to tell here to debate whether patriarchy is a culture or a power structure is to miss the forest for the trees. It is highly effective, centers all the system precisely because it utilizes culture to justify and defend its power structure. And if you, yeah, if you ask me again, the specific thing that I want to tell here, so it cannot debate between culture and the power structure itself. So it's like the functions of the computer itself between the software and also the hardware. They work together to to justify the patriarchy itself. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Marshan. Thank you for the explanation. Yeah, now I think I get it. I just like I'm trying to loading it to my brain. Yeah. So like as we see all of this, we see at the slide that yeah, as we grew up, we saw a lot of stuff like men lead, yeah, like women endure, and also divorce is shame. Yeah, because it's like related to the patriarchy, like the men lead, and after that, like you cannot like no, you cannot divorce to your husband or like it's happened to like yeah when the when the woman want to like ask for divorce, yeah, it cannot. But like the men asking, yes, they have a like I don't know how to say in English again. Okay, wait a moment. It's like it's more reasonable, it's more acceptable to the society, something like that. Like I saw I don't know, like not many cases about this, but like it's happened. All right, thank you so much for Mr. Shanshan and Mr. Marshan. And we move here. Yeah, I think it's like more deeper. Um, is patriarchy tradition or hierarchy, guys? Boys, man here. Who want to answer? Or can culture evolve it? Who want to answer it? Mr. Shanshan or Mr. Marshan or like who else in here?
I think we have Mr. Gayam.
Oh, hi, Mr. Gayam. How are you? You want to share us something about this? Because I think like it's a little bit hard to me because I never learned more about patriarchy and I don't want to try. I don't know why. It's hard for me. That's why I'm just like put it here to like know more, please. Yes, Mr. Marshall, please.
Yeah, as for me, a kind of the traditions, norm, or a kind of the thing that happens in the society, it can be changed. It can be evolved following the era that the people consider that this is good or not for them. Yeah, is one of the example the several years ago in Bali. Yeah, they have a kind of the cultures that married with the same blood. How to say that? Uh, I don't know how to say that in English. It's like you can marry your brother, you can marry your sister. So it because of that cultures brings them to the best thing in their life by the medical, scientific, and also by the religions also that brings to Bali. Yeah, they time by time they're trying to avoid it. Yeah, so it's almost same also with the kind of many traditions, even though this is patriarchy or not. So they can follow the era and also the thing that they think that is good or bad for them. One of the example, yeah, I live in Minangkabau, yeah, in Minang. I mean in Padang. So we believe that materialism, yeah, is kind of uh, the traditions that give a power to the women. Yeah, because most of the men, yeah, they go out from their village, yeah, to find a power, and the power itself they give to the women. Yeah, it's like uh, the home, the wealth, and others. It's to make them equal. It's almost same in Israel, in Jews also. Yeah, we have a same ways that's called by materialism. But the materialism by the Israel and also in Minangkabau are have this the different things also regarding to how to empower the women in the in their in their place. So that's why uh, many strong women is coming from the Sumatra. You know that it's like Rasuna Said, yeah, is from Sumatra. Who else? Cut Din is from Sumatra. It because of a kind of the cultures that given by the materialism itself. So I believe that it's not the problem between between the patriarchies or also materialism in the situation that we can talk about, but how to make them how to make that it'll be equal. Yeah, so it's kind of the tradition that it will bring us to the good thing or not in the situation. So back to my opinions, tradition it can be evolved by the scientific or the relays of the people in that area itself.
I think Miss Tita have terrible connection, isn't it? Yeah, thank you, Mr. Marshine, for the opinion while waiting Miss Tita come back. Maybe I'd like to hear from Mr. Gayam because we haven't heard your voice. Mr. Is it Miss or Mr. Gayam? Do you want to give your opinion about previous questions? Okay, I think Mr. Gayam is not here. Wait, I will open the material first. Okay, I'm still trying to open the material from Miss Tita, but maybe while waiting, we can discuss about the previous topic that we already discussed before. It's about violence that happens at homes. It's about the children who face the violence at home and how it how it shaped them as they grow as an adult with the trauma that they have and how the community see and reacting with the violence happen in their environments. Are they will just silence or they will take an actions to help the victims and etc. So the last question is about patriarchy, and I kindly agree with the previous opinion from Mr. Sunshine and also from Mr. Marshall that the patriarchy is a tradition that can evolve. Uh, So to continue this discussion, how about we talk about the fear of marriage? Imagine if we are a children who grow in a how to say like violence home, like as a children who see the abuse happens at home, are this will be impact to them as they grow and how they see a marriage. So what do you guys think about it? Maybe I'd like to hear from Miss Sophie. Imagine that if you are a children who grow in as a in a abuser or at violence home, how do you see a marriage in a later age?
Right. I think it could be turned out to anything. It could be this 10-year-old girl become completely against marriage because yeah, she's witnessed the bad example of violent marriage, or she could also like obsess with marriage because she wants to create the family that she never had. So I think like both possibilities could be true, but if I imagine myself being this person, looking at my parents' marriage, I I don't know how to describe my parents' marriage because they uh pretty much like a boomers couple, Indonesian boomers couple, like where they grew up in a patriarchy. I'm not saying that my house is full of violence, but there are some certain period of time in my childhood where they fight a lot, and I just wish they divorce. And um, but now it's fine. So um, how did it? How does that experience affect how I see marriage? To me, I still feel like there's not much thing changing. Like I still want to get married. I still feel like marriage is like the most ideal form I could create with someone that I love. it's not the end of the goal, but I like to legalize the relationship, like to turn into husband and wife. I found it very beautiful to reach that point, and I don't feel like my parents' marriage could affect my marriage in the future, because I think my parents and I just completely different people, and we experience different life. So um uh, I have my own ideal marriage in my head, like how I want my marriage supposed to be in the future. Um, Obviously, it's not like how my parents showed or give example to us, but yeah, I don't really feel like it affecting me significantly, or maybe I just don't realize it. I think that's pretty much miss from me. Hope that answers.
Thank you, Miss Sophie, for your opinions, and thank you, Mr. Sunshine, showing the material. Maybe we can move to the next slide. Okay, so it's about masculinity and emotions. Our men have emotional conditions. Our boys discourage from vulnerability, like don't cry, or strength equated with silence and be strong. And also men expected to dominate women, like to control your women, and etc. So next, Mr. Stephen. Okay, from here, maybe I'd like to hear from your perspective, especially a man here. Is it only Mr. Shanshan here? How about Mr. Gayam? Would you like to give your opinion in these questions? Who is Mr. Gayam actually? Is it Mr. Dedi or how about you, Mr. Sunshine? How did you learn about emotional regulations since you growing?
I think I've been growing up far from my parents. I mean, like, especially during my junior high schools, junior and senior high schools, I've been living and educating not by my parents, but totally from my teachers. And despite that, I still um, keep in believing that there are some values, moral values, especially. It's like how how men should be the roof, how men should be the shoulders, how men should be tough and resilient at the same time. But to be honest, I believe that in my life experience, I never thought how to regulate my emotion. But probably it is taught, but in the forms of lessons. Okay, so we have a lessons and um, you know, I don't know. It's like akhlak dan adab, or I don't know. I've been living from I've been studying in uh I have studied in I had studied in some Islamic senior high schools. So we have this one moral lessons where we learn on how to appreciate other, how to respect others, and uphold their justice, comes with responsibility, always even like put our right at second places. So I think this are in line with what has been displayed right here, as essentially that boys should be far from how to how to only rely on themselves. Okay, but I think the dominations of women here, um, I don't know, probably it's like the biology, it's something that is inherited, something that is how to say, it's like by default, okay, to control the woman because um when I mean like the word your woman or my woman, it becomes like the liability for the man, because if the man to the dominations comes with responsibility. Okay, when the women do something that is wrong, of course the one to be blamed will be the man, and it is therefore it is equal for the man to control the woman, because otherwise uh, the domination means nothing, right? So the control itself has a responsibility and something to be expected from the man. It's not just any domination. Okay, the dominations comes with consequences, and it is something that man must bear, because it is also expected in our social structure that it's not only the women but also how to maintain the household, financially, economically, and also how to educate the children, how to make the household long lasting. So I can say strange sometimes in Japanese people, yeah, it can be equated in silence, so with silence, because I don't know, Japanese people or like the boomers tend to teach something by action. Okay, it's completely contrast with how American or how as people teach the children by providing more words, or like more communication to affirm or to strengthen the actions they show to the children. But Japanese people, Japanese parents, especially dad, tend to only show the action and empower, because it's like awkward to say some words, because something related to the communications are more mom's thing rather than father's thing. I think that's my comment, Miss Madura.
Wow, I just know about it and it gave me a new perspective about men and the responsibility to control and as a leader in a family. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Sunshine. And we have Miss Tita come back here. Miss Tita, are you able to?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. My internet just disconnected, and then I don't have the app at my phone, so like it's hard to come back. But yeah, I'm here. I think like the time is like running to us guys now. So yeah, thank you so much. Now maybe we will go to the slide, to the next slide, or maybe like to the end of the slide. I don't know, like we still have like enough time. But like I'm really thankful that yeah, tonight like I learned a lot, really a lot about it. And it's helped me also. It's I don't know, like yeah, it's helped you guys, but it's helped me a lot to understand more about men, because I never sit with my parents, especially with my dad, and teach me this kind of stuff. But like I'm thankful for like Mr. Sunshine here, Miss Novi here. Like you guys really help. So maybe we can move to like the other slide. Is like the other slide for like preparing before marriage. Uh sure. If someone there can able me able to share the screen for like the slide. Wait, maybe I will. I don't know. Like, sure. I will like jump into the. Oh. Yay. Yeah, maybe we can move, please, to the other slide. We just like skip this because we are, I think we're running out of time. More, maybe more. Yeah, I think that the slide like she is almost 30, but she don't want to marry. And it's like it's impact to all of us, like my all of his siblings, including me. So like he talked a lot about marriage and like, oh, you see, like you have to see the word first because the word is like so amazing that you don't have to marriage. And it's really affect me, and I believe in that the way he tell to all of us, like marriage is scary, something like that. And I believe it because I saw it in my own eyes, like what happened like all the time. So sorry, maybe we can move maybe one more slide, I think. Yeah. So I'm glad to read this for all of us. I know that some of us maybe already do like I don't know how to say in English. Consulting before marriage, but like in my belief, like we do consult before we go for marriage, like 6 months or like 1 year. So I just want to like share this and remind myself about like what you should prepare before your marriage in this kind of like this modern era, and like all of the modern things, relationship, that all of the stuff that we learn from like the media, Instagram, TikTok, something, podcast, like a lot of things. But like I want to share that related to me, that I would like to share. That first is like we need to prepare for our financial. Yeah, I don't know, like because I grew up uh just saw, yeah, like Mr. Shanson said before, like the some people's their background come from the like I don't know how to say in like the bahasa halus, like poor, but like it's really affect when you have a family, when you have a family. So before you marriage, yeah, we need to know how to manage our money wisely. Yeah, I think this is a reminder for myself that I buy a lot of stuff that's unuseless. I didn't use them actually. I just bought them for like, oh, that's cute. I need it. I need it. I need it. And I'm so excited for that. But at the end, like, no, I don't need it. I don't know, like maybe Miss Sophie or like Miss Nia, you do the same thing. I don't know, but like that's me. So this is like this kind of remind me how to use my money, how to manage all of my money wisely. And the next one for women, we need to be able to manage our feelings, and then without relying completely to others, even your partners, your parents. Yeah, because it's everything that we face on it, and every decision that we make, it will impact all of our whole life. And I forgot to put the title of this one in the other one, that knowing your rights and the laws. So like legals, you know that where you should go when you got violence from your partners, or like from your family, you know the place that you will run to. We have a lot of yeah, we have a lot of kind of that, like PPA, Perlindungan Perempuan dan Anak, something like that. Komnas HAM, Komnas Perempuan dan Anak, something like that. So like even this last year at my village, they just like start to like uh yeah, tell to all of the village that, oh, we have this and we have this. But before that, like long time ago, we never heard something like that. And also we need a support system. Yeah, we need people around us, like that's why we creating our environment. I'm happy that I find Miss Dia at my place that I work. Yeah, she just like, oh, I saw it and I want to join. Yeah. So we start to creating our support system environment, something like this, that support you. they support you, not to like to blame you, or like not to bully you, or like that you, when you talk like this, you feel shame on your language, or on your stuff. So like I'm really thankful for this kind of like room for talk to each other. It's same as like before you married, you need to find something, the room that you, when you need help, or like you feel like, oh, I'm alone here, but someone will show up, like you have friend or family or the community will support you. Maybe next slide, please. All right. Yeah, and I would like to share this also because we have like, yeah, we have brother, we have friends, yeah, as a man. So maybe this is like equals, but I don't want to like look men as a like oh, they do a lot of bad things. But I just want to share this as a teacher, as my teacher side, that the boys at the school, they are so brave. I think they are brave more than girls at school. Yeah, they do a lot of things more than girls, but like it doesn't mean that girl cannot do. But like I saw boys today's like they are so amazing. Yeah, but like yeah, sometimes men or like the wrong definition of masculinity. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it depends on the background. Yeah, because like yeah, if you masculinity, you have to like shouting like that. If you want masculinity, you have to like aggressive so you can get people's attention. But I hope that when we have a kids, when we have a children in the future, maybe we can teach this kind of things, that healthy masculinity education since they are really young. Okay, next slide, please. All right. Oh, yeah, this one, I think this remind me also, yeah, because it happened to me last week when when I tried to tell to the other student from the other class how to like, oh, don't do that. And I think that I cannot management my anger at the time. So I got a warning from the principal. In my side, I think that oh, it's totally fine. But at the other side, that people show us is like you have to control yourself. So I think it's important. It's not just for a man, but it also for like a woman. So I would like to share this as an example. Like when you have you cannot control your anger, is like you you are a bottle of Coke, and that inside is your emotion, and then the Mentos is like the booming time. So when the time's coming, you put the Mentos inside the Coke, and it's like the boom. So like it's happened. So we need to like learn how to management our anger, our emotions. All right. Thank you. Next slide, please. All right, and this is, I think this is the, I don't know, this is the important one that I want to share to all of the men around this world. Like, please do something with this. Yeah. Like face on every consequences. You know how to, that you know that it risks, and you will take responsibility of all of that action, because some of the men is like, oh, no, I don't want to take a risk. Just do it by yourself. It's for me, it looks like it's scary. Yeah, but for like, I think it's better for men because men can lead. I trust men more than myself. Like, you can do this. This is your portion. I believe. I put all of my belief on you, that I'm not good enough for this. Yeah. The responsibility, something like that. All right. And I think that's all for tonight. Yeah, guys. So like all of us are educated here. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing with me tonight, and for give me this opportunity for improve my English, and I accept like a lot of new things, and I can see a lot of stuff with a different point of view. Uh, yeah, I just keep mention about my kampung halaman and all of the stuff happens there, but like I'm happy. I'm happy that you guys just like yeah, be here and just like give me the opportunity to talk. But the thing that I want to share, the important one is, if you guys see that violence happens around you, or like abuse, please speak up. I know like all of us will do that because I still heal. I'm 26 this year, but I'm still try to heal myself from all of the trauma from my childhood uh, created that created me now, and it shaped me as a woman. As now in like 2026, I still keep talking about this to like to heal myself. I don't want to talk about this to like remind like oh how bad my life when I was as like a little girl, but I was like I want to share this to remind myself that even I'm 26 right now, I still try to heal myself, and that's really okay. So thank you so much for the opportunity, everyone. Thank you. I'm so gladful and grateful to be part of this kind of community. And yeah, I'm already in the group, so I will join every week, of course. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Thank you.
you, Miss
See you. Yeah.
for this topic. So this is a certificate of appreciation for Miss Marquita Tameno as a moderator to our tonight discussions about rethinking safety in modern relationships. Is awareness enough to drive change? And thank you so much for the participant that stay until the end of the discussion tonight. So maybe before we end our discussion, would you like to open your camera and take a picture first? Miss Sophie or Mr. Gayam, maybe you'd like to open your camera? I think Miss Sophie is still outside. Miss Sophie, are you there? Or you would you like to join us? Okay, maybe we can start, Mr. Shashin.
All right, in the count of three, 1, 2, 3, give me smile. All right, 1, 2. Okay, another style. Give me 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Miss Tita, for the insight tonight. I hope in the next
Yeah.
episode we have like a lot of participants and we can
Yeah.
discuss
Sure.
more topic, insightful topic the next week. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. If I say Ota community, yesterday we say tomorrow. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ota community.
Yesterday, we say tomorrow. Thank you, Miss Tita. Thank you, Miss Jania. Thank you, Miss Lovey. Thank you, Gayam. See you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.